Hi! The religion I chose to research is Wicca. It is a nature based pagan religion that takes many of its practices from ancient pagan cultures. Wicca falls under the category of neo pagan, and it is very similar to the practices of other pagan religions. Wicca honors nature and the elements, and practitioners complete rituals to harness energy from those to benefit their daily lives. The largest difference is Wicca only has two deities, the god and the goddess. However, Wicca is fairly laid back and does not require the deities to be worshipped. There are also several different types of Wicca that can be practiced depending on what the person feels most connected to. One of the important factors of Wicca is that it can be practiced solely or in a group setting called a coven. It's common for covens to have a high priestess or priest. They are a coven member that is experienced and helps teach other members to help them find their paths. As for the history of Wicca, that all depends on who you ask. Witchcraft has been around for centuries and it's unclear how and when it first started. This backbone helped people in the early 1900s create a more organized way to practice witchcraft, which founded the Wicca you know today. One of those people were Gerard Gardner. Gardner practiced with covens that were different than the other pagan religions, and he used this knowledge to help create Wicca. One of his main goals was to shift the public's view of witchcraft. It's common for people to associate Wicca, witchcraft, and witches with devil worshipping, supernatural magics, and dark sorcery. The creation of Wicca would hopefully help people understand the peaceful roots of the pagan religion. While the misconceptions about Wicca are numerous, media has gotten one portrayal correct. Almost every witch on every TV show or movie has a book of shadows. It is basically a diary for witches. They keep track of the knowledge they learn, spells, rituals, calendars, herbs, pretty much anything relating to their practice. Wiccans also practice several altered states of consciousness to help prepare them mentally to feel and wield nature's energies. Some of these can be as simple as breath work to calm your body and mind, chanting to focus and strengthen your connections to your environment, or as difficult as sleep deprivation to help increase divination energy. The rituals I attended were the full moon circle with priestess Selena Fox, and I also had the pleasure of being invited to a local Austria or spring equinox celebration in my town. The full moon circle ritual is a periodic ritual. It occurs every full moon throughout the year. I would consider it to be more of a situational ritual. Wicca religion does not require specific rituals to be performed, but it can be beneficial to help center oneself and to help with your practice. The Austera celebration I attended occurs every spring equinox on March 20th. There were about 12 coven members in the Zoom call during the full moon circle, and dozens, including myself, watching and interacting during the live stream. Members were encouraged to post their locations, and they varied from all over the United States. Some were even international. The Austera celebration only consisted of about 6 people, including my family. Family hosting the event were older males. The host did mention he invited more, but due to COVID or people not understanding the celebration, many were no-shows. Both of the rituals had both men and women participating equally. Both rituals consisted of spring themes. There were lots of flowers, plants, and eggs to celebrate the official end of winter and the start of a new year and promote fertility. The Austera celebration had a bounty of food in cast iron cauldrons made by pagan tribes in South Africa. Cauldrons have been known to symbolize rebirth and creation. To end the Ostara celebration, we lit a bonfire to pay respect to Ostara, the goddess of spring, which the holiday is named after. The religious specialist during the full moon circle was High Priestess Selena Fox. She led the majority of the activities and provided guidance. She was dressed in plain clothing and blended in well with the rest of the coven. High priestesses are chosen based on experience and willingness to lead and teach others. During the Ostara festival, there were no religious specialists. The host directed the activities and led the rest of the group. In the beginning of the full moon circle, one coven member led the group in breathing and meditation exercises to help everyone connect to the elements. Many Wiccans believe that practicing altered states of consciousness during the full moon produces stronger results. Some Wiccans even use the full moon to cleanse their tools they practice with. Throughout the full moon circle, many coven members also did several chants to help focus energies and connect with deities in nature. Wicca is incredibly versatile. It certainly shows during these uncertain times. Circle Sanctuary usually does their full moon circles in person, but they have adapted to continue their practice in a safe way while also including people that are not local. While I have dabbled in solo Wicca paganism in the past, it was refreshing to see how groups of people participate in celebrations and rituals, especially with many people not being able to take part in person and having to social distance. It was also sad to see how people are still judgmental against different religions other than their own. Thank you so much for watching!